All right. So this is character design from life, like part 2. Character design from life, part 1 was using the model's inspiration. This is using the public as inspiration. And this is going to be a critique of your work. It's not the actual drawing from life, but by going over the samples, it'll help you in your own work. Drawing from life, actually, and drawing from the public is more about sharpening your observation skills and actually how you're capturing what you're looking at, because they're moving. And it'd be like drawing animals from life. It's like they're moving. So at first it's quite difficult, but it, like everything, gets better with practice, right? So there's 2 aspects of drawing from life in terms of a public setting, in the mindset of character design. There's the life, the personality, and the story of the subject. And it's how you capture the subject's essence. And like I said, it's more based on your observational skills, like certain way they walk, maybe a certain pose, like a certain way they hunch over at the crosswalk. The way they're standing before like the light changes, maybe a certain way they cock their head in dialogue. That's their story, that's their personality, right? That's their essence and who they are. And then the second aspect would be something like observing and studying the inherent shapes and forms of that subject and actually designing them, not just drawing them or copying them. Okay? Does that make sense? All right? So first aspect is capturing the life or the essence and the story. And that's how they walk, how they cock their head, their posing, their interaction with others. And that's really based on your observation skills. And then the second aspect is actually designing from the inherent shapes and forms of that person. Okay. So this is a great little sketch because it just has a lot of nice story elements. And seeing this, you see this happen all the time. Kid being dragged away he doesn't want to go. So this actually pulls up an idea of story and also an idea of 2-figure composition. Okay, remember, it always helps the story and the character description when there's an additional character, prop, or other element, right? Anything to help further tell the story and develop the personality. 2-figure composition is a way to do that. But it's really nice also to, when you have 2 separate characters and you might be designing them in a pinup, some sort of sequence, or a single design that stands on its own, to actually design them as one, okay? By either through composition and actual like a shape play and playing the forms off of one another, okay? So I see this guy, he's, not the nicest dad in the world. Definitely, I don't know if he hurts his child, but that's not my business. I'm not the parent. So one thing I'd have to say off the bat is we're losing. I kind of see the mean face on the kid with the Mickey Mouse hat, and he hates his father and wouldn't let me go on the ride, and why can't I get kettle corn and all that stuff. But it's unclear in a lot of areas. One thing I really did notice is immediately that you're getting lost in this area, and one of those reasons is because we have his hand, his wrist, his elbow, but where is his shoulder? Okay, where is he attached to the rest of the body? It looks like it's just like coming out of the side of his head. Okay, so you want to be complete in actual your thought process when completing the character. And that pencil just decided to take off. So you don't just kind of just say, all right, well, it's behind his head. If you can indicate it in any way, either in other, other approaches of folding the drapery, but usually it'd be better to actually just see a sense of that arm, okay? That's one thing that really stuck out to me right away. He's also not feeling like a kid in the face. One thing to think about when dealing with children and characters of youth, err on the side of making the cranium a lot larger, the eyes bigger, and setting them lower on the face, okay? and keeping the jaw soft. And usually the ear is kind of large. Okay, nose is also quite small. Okay, that really shows youth. Okay, it shows a young character. And the other element that was really standing out is I think you could also like push the pose a little bit more. So what I would do, make it feel like the kid is hanging there. And these are always the most difficult when you're actually drawing from life and designing from life. So I commend you for attempting this and drawing two figures together and trying to design two figures together. It's quite difficult because not only are you trying to observe the story of one, but you're trying to observe the story of another and how they're interacting with one another. So you'll get better at it the more you do it. Make it feel like he's really hanging. Most children's bodies go limp when they don't want to go. Okay, so really feel that weight of that character. What I might do also is turn it up, giving Dad the stink eye. And if we're gonna, maybe we can use this nice simple side here. We can use that complex idea over here. And it'd be kind of cool that if he's being dragged, let's see Dad walking, just an indication.